Hopefully this works. Let's try YouTube first. Oh, nice. Let me go back to Twitch and try and test something out here. Test. Go to Twitch. Test. That's super cool. Centralized chat. That's super neat. I gotta minimize this. We're on. Oh boy. Can't minimize that. Alright. Alright, we're looking good on that end. We get all this set up. Looks good. Hi, Cosmic Nebulax. What do you, making GUI or 'cause right now, what is it? Is it one? Should remember the commands. Both. I like making GUIs, as in placing them, and I like coding them. I can. Let me show you Studio. I'm trying to figure out if I can get the keys for that. I forgot the keys. Hotkeys. There's a key to switch screens, but Alright. I guess my keybind is busted. It's a bit dark right now as well. Headspace. Why are my keybinds busted? Okay. There we go. So behind a big frame, there are a lot of buttons, and best I can click them while one is still on the screen. Yeah. I would make them invisible. You could either make them disabled, or make them invisible. Both do the same thing. Well, visible makes them not visible, but it also makes them not selectable. You can't? What do you mean you can't? Anyone there, a lot of twos. I'm sorry, I don't get what you're saying. Because ideally GUIs shouldn't be for everyone, they should be per player. I can do this. Sorry, I can't do that right now. Sorry about that. Can't. You know, use a scale by default. It was good with offset. Very thin, about 100, but the size of one button is what I want. This layout. And there should be a bunch of different buttons. So, in this case, the buttons be the same size as medium. So we gotta add an image button, pinning stuff. Keeps doing, okay, size is using offset, which is good. We also want to convert that to the position to offset as well. Spectate. Star. What should I do? Man. Oh, I gotta. I didn't see Pretty Tom. Hi. Hello. What is a good icon? Making a game on, well, designing UI right now. Some good, clean UI. There we go. This one I want a home outline. There we go. Import, please. Yes, it's not importing. It just doesn't want to do it. Is Roblox okay right now? It's not importing an image right now for some reason. That's always fun. Oh my goodness. No, Roblox is dying. Oh my goodness. I can't import anything right now. Check Roblox's status. It seems to be dying. Which is annoying because I was just about to start working, but oh well. Oh well. I'm attempting to design UI and stuff, but it's not working right now, and I don't know why. Because if I go to import, cancel, okay, well this is bad. I guess Roblox just isn't working right now, which means not good things. But that's fine. I didn't need it anyway. Only to like do all the stuff I need right now, but that's fine. Okay. I guess I'll just start doing this. Okay. So now we need expanded, which is going to be the expanded UI. Okay. I don't need to have this separate thing, actually. I could just do it here. Never mind. Active children. Oof. It's just gonna be all the buttons there, so. just do this, local wall buttons. Settings. What else do we need? We got settings. We could use a teleport to teleport us back to the basic thing. We're gonna need a sell button. What else do we need? And the stats button. Those can be all the buttons for now. If table.find active. Then else, and then we just close this off. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, this is interesting. Else inactive. Button. The exact same thing over here, and then we just fill the children accordingly. Exact same thing over here, but instead of a UI list layout, we do, yeah. Top left. That's good. That should be good. Alright. Gotta add update button info for that though. Actually, let me fly this. It doesn't come up. voice settings one. No, only blue, alright. I gotta see what the colors are and mark them down to see which ones I'm missing. I have white and yellow left. Guess I have white and yellow. So settings has to be yellow, it can't be white. Well, it can be white. I'll see what it looks like. Okay, let's do this. Copy. I mean, we've got to be able to import stuff now, right? I can't import anything. It's not letting me import anything into Studio right now, so I can't use icons. The .png. Let me put a light on. Alright, so icon isn't showing up for some reason. I don't know why. Can't import anything, so I guess I gotta just do it like right here. Can be the expand one. So we got white, and then yellow is something we need. Got settings, cell. Yellow minus. Icon, default. And stats. Now we can just loop back around because we have 6, so we can just copy this. Alright, we're good. And now, because Roblox is dying, we could play it again and see if it comes up. Oh, actually, nothing's gonna come up because I haven't added in there yet. See if anything messes up. Okay, we have them showing. That's good. Thanks. I'm just trying to get by. Right now I'm trying to make UI, but Roblox is down. It's not, for some reason, not accepting my UI. So I guess I'm doing it blind without any UI right now. Or any good UI. I'm using default UI still. Or you know. Invited to the RDCs, most recent one, as in last one, like a week ago, or before that, or like way before that. It was too much. Like, they announced it way too late. I'm not gonna go to San Francisco all the way. Just, you know. First off, I'm not gonna go to San Francisco because it's expensive. Yeah. You probably met a lot of people that I know then. Yeah, it was too much. I couldn't go all the way down to San Francisco because they announced it too late. They announced it like, what, 2 weeks before? They're like, oh, it's happening now. I'm like, oh, well, I don't have enough money to do that. Well, I have enough money, I'm saving money to do that, so I can't. If they announced it like a few months before, I would have been able to save enough money to go and have it, but I can't because I'm paying for it too much right now. So, hopefully they announce it much sooner next time, and they won't have to, and you know, you make music and that's cool. Yeah, donation link. I mean, I don't think I don't know if anyone wants to donate. Not on Twitch or YouTube. I don't have it linked up. But I guess I can set one up. I don't know. If you want. But I don't. Yeah, I'm not exactly needing. I'm not, needing money right now. I could set one up if you want. So, as in you make music and stuff, are you like you're like a composer for some stuff? Like, do you compose music for games? Because right now I've been using the Roblox music library because it's cheap. Though eventually, if I make my dream, or not my dream game, if I make a game that I'm gonna make at some point, I'll need to hire a composer. But for the sim I'm doing, I could just use the default ones. Outlaster. No, I don't think I've played that. Roblox. Outlaster. Peak Precision. Is that respawning? Oh yeah, I know the people who made it though. They're super cool. Repotted is super cool. I made the lobby music. That's cool. I can't play it right now, but I'll do it later though through stuff. Yeah, and I'll just listen to it. That's cool. Yeah, don't stream often because it's so exhausting, but side I'll do it for fun. I mean, except settings. I didn't even know you could do a donation link. You can set up on YouTube, and then you can do like a subscription thing where it's like join the channel. But I don't think that's worth it. Hey, see ya. that guy was like trying to show off. Interesting. So now we have to set the spring for that. It's very suspicious. That's good. Here's the open tabs. Default to being outside of it. Then anytime expanded gets clicked. this. Okay, and then for this one, for the expand. Into.rail. Ah, man. So squeaky. Okay, output. Hello. I wonder why it's not running here. Anyway, right here. That's not activated. Okay, so if it's in the activated function, pop stuff activated. Yeah, it should be fine. Call it. Shouldn't need to call it. Yeah. Does it work outside this and use default UI? I'm very confused right now. Why it's not allowing me to hit the button? Okay. Alright. Hopefully works now. don't know why it's not working before. Okay. What do you mean it's not there? It's right here. What are you talking about? I don't know why it's not doing. Activated. Activated. Why is it doing this? Props is not. Okay, so props.icon. Icon and activated. What is going on here? It's the exact same thing. Why? Okay. Why is it not running? Okay, print the props. See what happens. It's activated. What? Button. Oh, I forgot to put it up here. Oh, goodness. That's awful. Now she's not even doing anything. Oh boy. Yeah, this has to be its own UI. Although, yeah, I'll treat it as its own UI. expanded buttons. Expanded buttons. Turn E. Buttons template. No, because actually, yeah, we're good. Back to what it was. I mean, this can still be its own thing, but we don't need this buttons thing. And it's passed down. So, dot dispatch. Dispatch. Menu can be none. Let's see if that does it. It should work fine now. It shouldn't make the other UIs go out of the way. Yeah. I guess it didn't sync correctly. There we go. It shouldn't be visible, but it is. What is the menu? Is that the one not updated? Props not menu. It's printing none. I forgot to add the else statement here. So if props not invisible, then else 1.5. That should be good. And now, if we run it, then we hit the expand, it's going to get that out of the way. And the newer buttons are going to come in. Okay, so that's fine. I think this is gonna work. Pretty sure. Yeah. This is fine. So if we go back to this thing. Yeah. Expand. See, it's bringing. No, it's gonna bring all the UIs out. Actually, I can't go outside of main. There we go. Instead of main, we can move it so it's expanded. Yeah, should be fine. There we go. Now we have an expansion button where it goes and expands the UI if you do it. And the button still animates, so that's pretty good. So now if we go back to this sidebar, I want to make it so it blurs out the other UI. Disables the UI. Okay, so to make it blur, we just need to make a use effect function. Set it to be there's it expanded. Yeah, so we set it to check for the Roblox state. Menu. Expanded. Open. Use value false. You need to have a blur in the camera. Set it to 0, size 24, 22-ish is good. So if it's full, let's say dot camera. Wait, no, it's dot current camera dot size. Surface. Create camera. Size equal to 24 or 22, and then we just play it. Same thing again, but this time set it to 0. And then we're good. And then we have to set the expanded open to true, actually. Nope, had an error right now. Error is no property name size for camera. Oh, I did the camera, not the blur. That's a mistake. Okay, there we go. Now we selected blur. We should be fine. We're not. Is it blur effect? Client, we could just add a blur effect. size equals 0, parent. There we go. Now it's gonna be there. Well, it's there and it's just not changing the size. Oh boy. Does say dot value changes instead of just see if that works. There we go. Now we got a blur coming in. Beautiful. Looking good. I'm gonna change this up a little bit, refactor it. There we go, we're good now. And we got the sidebar ready and the expanding stuff. Now we just need a Roblox for allow me to import images, and if it allows me to do it, we're fine. Okay, we can import images now. Whew. We can do it, we're good now, thankfully. Copy ID. Okay, now we're zooming. Nice, so settings, icon, import, the cell. Huh. But how should I do this? How should I signal that it's a cell? There we go. So we just do the cell location thing. Well, I wonder if money's better. Yeah, we'll do the pin. Copy. For stats? Is there a stats thing? It's for leaderboards, but that's what we'll do. And now we got those, we should be able to be fine. Let's see what that looks like. If we need to, we can change the icons up. Oh, that looks fine to me. Yeah, everything looks basically fine. Just been covering up the glare, but yeah, I'm gonna use the teleport thing. No, I'll use the cell, the money icon. It's the rocket now. Oh boy, shield scroll safe. Camper boy oof. I'm working on it's basic simulator for a fun thing aside from my main job. I'm just doing it as a fun project. I'm just putting UI in or trying to see what UIs I want to import. I have some pretty neat ones I found that I'm going to use such as this cash icon right here, which I'm gonna, or this coin icon, which I'm gonna use to signify someone's selling something. Right now, here, let me play it. So there we go. So ideally, I'm working on the UI specifically so that for mobile it looks clean, so it doesn't get in the way of the pad or the buttons I'm gonna add, such as solve cubes or something like that. Right now, there's an expansion which you're gonna hit, and it expands the buttons for these things. So he's like selling coins. For example, it's gonna sell coins, settings, and then stats. Right now I'm just gonna add the exit button and the ability to pin them to the home screen, so you can pin the thing to the home screen of the game. I'm trying to get a good sell icon because there's no icons that look like signify that you're selling thing, like that you're selling something, which is gonna be annoying to do. Which it's gonna be annoying. Yeah, so right now I'm gonna make a pin system real quick so you can pin stuff. Okay, so to start off, we gotta add a pin to each button. And I already have that, but I just don't have the texture for it. So, and I don't have a pin texture, which is what's gonna kill me. A week or two, not that long. I just started it. What about a where is it? I'm gonna guess home's probably the only thing that's really good here. Magnifying glass isn't it? Mouse click, music, outfits, potion, question mark, PvP. Okay. I guess I'll just use a pin for now and just be able to pin stuff to it. And just use a location pin, which I think is the best we can do right now. Or home. I'll pin it to the home icon because that is better for like signifying that you're putting something home. In this case, I can copy, go to the button, put this in there. Let me go ahead and bring the button on screen to see what that looks like. So now you can see I gotta scale that so it looks nice and in the corner. I'm editing it such at a weird angle, but it's fine. In fact, let me move this down. Move the whole thing down. I don't know why it's going like that. There we go. So now I can move this better and see what looks good. Yeah, so we're using scale. I mean offset, not scale. Alright, let me go to this one. This, I wonder if I can I'll probably add a pin background, like a background to it so it looks cleaner that way. Image label. Like just a round background. So that could just go 0. We'll edit it in here actually. Copy this and put it here. And copy the position as well, so that it's the same position as before. This can be 0.5, Alright. View asset manager. We'll have this be a red background, I guess. Red seems good-ish. This can also be right here, which can be 0, 5, and the size 30 by 30. I go 25. We could go. Oh, yeah, it's too small. I can't even get to it. Well, I know how to scale for different devices. That's why. So I don't use scale. Well, I use scale. I don't use it for like the main positioning and size, such as this stuff. Well, positioning I use offset just because I'm used to that. And so I have UI scale. I'll run it real quick, but I do all my designs in scale in offset unless it covers the whole thing. Then I could just do a scale of 1:1. Or positioning, if it's right in the middle, I do 0.5. But you can see size is this. I'll make a dev forum post about it soon, but essentially, I do that so it scales. So anytime you run the game, it creates a UI scale constraint that detects like what device you're on and then scales it up for that. And doesn't like account. It doesn't like scale each dimension. It doesn't scale like a specific dimension, such as using the scale thing does. It's basically a UI aspect constraint, and UI like position constraint where it stays in the same position in one, so I don't have to like keep moving it. And using offset as pixels in measurement, so I could do more pixel specific stuff, like having an icon that has to be 80 by 80 pixels, which, because when you're designing a UI, you gotta have good distance of at least 80 pixels or more for mobile platforms. So I'm using offset so I get good pixel dimensions of just, this is, so I can have good like distance, so I can say this is 80 pixels apart, this is 120, so I know it will feel good when you're playing on mobile, and not just smack on scale and hope it looks good, which is I see a lot of people do, and it annoys me so much, but that's for another thing. Anyway, yeah. You probably didn't want that long of an explanation, but I like good UI that looks good on mobile, so here I am. And here I'm using I am using scale because, well, I'm gonna use position with scale because it's already there right now. It's already being set up, and I'm gonna convert it to offset with a plugin once I finish positioning it. That seems fine. Mobile players don't deserve good UI? I mean, maybe. But 80%, that means 80% of the platform, 80% of the user base isn't going to be want to play the game, which is a lot of money away if it's 80%. A lot of kids' parents' wallets that I'm not getting from, so. They may not deserve good UI, but I need it if I want money, so it's not really a decision I get to make. So I have the pin button, and the goal is when you hit this, it's going to pin it to the sidebar where it's supposed to be. So let me go back. Let me bring this back into the templates folder of UI, which is over here. And then we got the button, delete that screen UI. Alright, so now if we run the game, it should be there, the thing. Okay, that's wrong. Yeah, most players come from mobile, which is why I'm being very careful about how I design it. So if you can actually see, if I hit run, if I change the resolution, actually, let me go back to a default that's not mobile, that's on 920 by 1080p. you can see it goes over here, and this is intentional because this is because on mobile you have not a lot of free real estate to use because you have the mouse pad, which is the thing they use to control that detection area, and then the buttons where the default built-in jump buttons, and then the top bar. It's a very thin margin where you have free UI space. So right here on anything for PC and so if I check in my code, if it's above 1280 pixels, all the UI gets shifted to the side over here and it gets scaled down, so like so. But then as you can see, if I decrease this enough where it's not 1080p, it gets put up here to the top. It looks wonky right now because this isn't a mobile aspect ratio, a decent one, but it gets put to the top. This thing gets moved up to the left so that this space right here is free for the mobile controls, and then this space to the right is free for the jump button. Obviously on PC they don't have that, so it always put right here and stuff. And this can be a button where you click it, or this not gonna be on this one, but if you expand it and you click this one, it's gonna be put on the sidebar and replace one of the newest buttons. So because I'm gonna have a lot of buttons of badges and whatnot, and I'm gonna need a place for easy access, so that's gonna be an option. So we got this. For the pin, we're gonna need to manage the pin somehow, and for that, this is annoying because each button needs a pin. So I guess I'll manage it here. I guess don't have a choice. So pin background equal to this. Oof. So I just copy this and do start pin activated. Purge them all. Hey, if you can do that and make it so I don't have to design mobile UI, I won't complain. I'll take that. But as of now, that's not possible, unfortunately. So got to do what the market says in this case. Pin background. So we have this. I'm not showing my code. I forgot about that. Well, I used to do switches, so pin background. That's gonna be its own thing. Pin size. Murder. It should be declarative. Spring. .use spring. So this is gonna be spring, which is just a form of animation for UI. Return. Should be able to return that. We need table, which is a value, a default value, which can be whatever the default size is, which can be udem2 000 because you don't want it to be visible. Config. Pin. We'll go to pin styles because I'm going to use position as well as rotation, so it has a cool little animation. Okay, so we got that. Say if props.pin visible, then 0, else 960, or we can do 360, and I'll explain what that does once it functions. This can be size, not position. Never mind. If props.pin visible, then else. So we got the size for when the pins are not visible, and then we got the size for when they are visible. How long have I been coding for? Too long. 5 years, I think now. Yeah, about 5 years, I think. For a job, I've done it for 2 years, though. I did it for fun previously for like 3 years on and off, just as a non-professionally. But now I've done it professionally for about 2 years now. Then we have the position 0, 39, 0, 38. It's the size, not position. Then we can do pin size. pin styles dot size, rotation dot rotation. Okay. Now, by default, it's not going to be visible. So we could say pin visible is equal to false because it is active. If it's not active, it's going to be set to true. So if we go over here and we hit play, it should not show up on the left side. I guess I was wrong. Oh, it does. Okay. I guess. I don't know why it's not going away. Maybe it's because it's only the background, which is weird. It should affect the children. I think size for this can be scale, so it scales down with the background. This is a unique case. I usually wouldn't do this though. It's one advantage of scale. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Unit conversion. Size for scale. And now we run it. They both should be on the icon and the There we go. But if we go to expand, boom. All right, that's good. Going to expand. I'm going to move the position a little bit because it looks wonky. Because it's like to the right a little bit too much. So I don't think there's enough padding between them either. I think I have to increase the padding size. Which should be pretty trivial, is literally going padding size on the X can be 10 instead of 5. Expanded. In fact, if you're making the padding right here, you can see what 10 looks like. Go. What's this 35 look like? We could go 20. No, see, it looks a little bit. Okay, we'll go 10, I guess. Because when we move these in, I guess it'll look different. It's the pin background. $65. And then this can be. Oh wait, no, it can be 0. What about that? What do you think is that? What do you think that looks like? I think that looks better, I guess, because it's not like all the way off, but it's still on it. Yeah, I think that's good. So the position by default is this. And we'll just change that in the buttons. Pin background. Okay. So now I'm going to modify the code a little bit so when you hover over it, it increases in size. For the button, so in that case I'll just go return a table right here. Okay, once we return the table, we'd have to use a hook. Dot use effect. Cross up invisible. Then pin motor dot start. Say size is equal to udim2 here 39 0 38. Rotation is equal to 0. Okay. Let me just remove this. And then, there we go. So we're good. Pin background. Mouse enter function. There we go. So we got that. And then if they enter it, we could just set the rotation. Let's go 20. Once you get the rotation down, you need the size, which is equal to whatever the current size is times something. So set up here, we could say local scaled pin size, udim2, and it's equal to whatever this is. Times 1.05. And now, if we play the game, nothing's gonna happen because I missed something in the code, I realize. Scaled pin size. Okay, now if we play, it's gonna, hopefully, if we run the game, hit expand. It's moving, just not the way I want. Pin icon. Rotation isn't changing for some reason. No, I forgot to add the exit clause, where if they leave the mouse area, it goes away. Zero. This is the default. I'll just copy this. Okay, we got that. Now why is it doing that? That's what I want to know. Why is rotation not changing? I'll increase the size, by the way, for how much it increases by to 1.1 instead of 1.05. 1.1. Okay. Now we go back. Now it's just not even showing up. What? Now the pin isn't even showing up. I don't know what's happening right now. Oh, the pin's gone. Oh, is the pin gone? No, what happened to the pin? Oh, the pin icon is gone. I just put it in too. Okay, I gotta redo all of that, I guess. Pin. Here we go. $38. This is actually gonna be the background, so we pin plus. Now we need an image button for the actual selecting of it. Image button. pin. This is the pin icon. Why is it so low? I'm on the wrong screen. I don't know why I hate designing studio UI. It's awful. It's so tedious. And now it's just not showing up. Where'd the image go? It's gone. Where did the image go? Man, Studio Y is painful. Okay. Now it works? Okay, whatever you say, Studio. That's fine. Okay, now we got that done. And I gotta set the positions again, because Studio Design, I break that too. Sidebar, expanded, boom, boom, pin. Gotta make it higher up on the Y. Negative point of. Okay, so we gotta move the position of all of them to this. Alright, that's good. Okay, maybe because I have to be in outside of studio where there isn't a hover thing outside of the mobile space. Okay, so that's fine, I guess. It's not changing it though. Oh my goodness. on this build rotation. Okay, so that's fine. So I gotta copy this pin stats, like how position, and then copy it to the old one. Should be good. Pin position. Okay. It took way too long. Pin activated. Pin activated over here. And then we could say if the pin activated table.clone active buttons and the number of new table is equal to nil. Table.insert new table button name. So that's gonna add it to the active ones, and then we're gonna move it from the inactive one. Add the one that just moved to the inactive one. So we could say new active table active. New active table. Number of new active table, right? New inactive table. How am I setting the inactive table? Okay, we should be good. That's all I needed to do. Now if we go to 1, it should pin it correctly. Forgot to set the values. Set active buttons to new active table. Yeah, we should be good. And now we're fine. Now we need an X button to the thing. Yeah, we should be good. Image button. Exit. Background is equal to this. And the hover background's the same thing. Minus. Icon is equal to the X, so we gotta import the X. We could change. We could make this for there. We could just make it like this, and then yeah, we should be good. Making sure that's there. Sidebar, yeah, we could say exit is equal to E button. I didn't see who that was, I apologize. Winter, whatever it is, has it winter something? Gaming Lua. Yes, sir. Gaming Lua. Lua U, technically. Luau. Gaming. I'm designing UI right now. I got a good thing going. Making a sim right now. I'm designing UI. I wanted a good UI because I'm very passionate about good UI. Such as having no, not different. More like trying to go such as like having UI scale. Yeah, that's why I use React. That's my little glass push because React is cool. So here's what I got now. Actually, let me finish up writing this functionality to make it exit. Activated. Lord Dragon. What is this? This is a programming language called Lua, and I'm making a game on Roblox with it. As the title suggests. You know. So we got activated. So we got this activated thing. I'll show you what I got after I do this. Take 2 seconds. Let me just do prompts.dispatch. Type. Really quickly add this Redux store call. Set menu. Menu. Love the song. Main dispatch. Okay, so now it should work if we go back to home. Yeah. Do I have to set the position? maybe. We'll see. We'll see. For the button, let me actually really quick set the position of it. Layout order. Position. No, yeah, whatever. I'll do that later. Because right now, background icon, default icon position. All right. Really quickly add. This is gonna be tough because I gotta position it right. Okay, let me go back to 1 and add that in as image button. We could call this exit. It's gonna be your exit button. And I can't see what it looks like yet. And I'll set the position to something. Yeah, so let me just copy this and put it in here. I wish it was vanilla icons. No, this is it's Roblox's default update. They're doing A/B testing right now for it, but it's just a bunch of new icons which look questionable if they're really good icons, because you can already tell, like, this is an awful icon for a frame. Image labels, image buttons are the same. This is like, it really looks bad. It's just a bad, like, it's very mundane. I would love vanilla icons, but using Studio Manager is very annoying. So, yeah. That's why I don't do it. Let me, instead of button info. Yeah, I'll have this happen instead. Who dat? Camper boy oof. Didn't know you're still here, but I take it. So here's what I got. Let me go back to the thing. Put this in screen GUI so I can position it correctly. May it be expanded. Really quickly. So I gotta position the X. What's a good position for this X? This button right here. I need to remove everything here. So I just want the button. 0. I'll go like, I'll move it in Studio once I just get it down. Exit. And for the button, actually I gotta have this stuff involved. Exit. Okay, so now if we run this code, bring this into templates, if we run the code, it's going to show up, theoretically. Yeah. I use Anchor Point scarcely. So I use Anchor Point for mainly positioning all my UIs. Which is main and main. So the main is just the main UI that is just always 0.5 for things that are 1 and 1. So when I position it, I don't have to worry about, oh, is this the correct position? I could just slap in 5.5 and it's going to be the same. 0.5 and 0.5. And for scaling, I don't use it often because I don't use scale. I use offset and then scale it up using a UI scale constraint for reasons, which I may make a dev forum post about, but just for good UI screens. Because using scale and using UI scale and offset allows for a good aspect ratio. Because you don't need to use an aspect ratio constraint, which has its own set of issues, and you don't need to. And for like dynamic scrolling frames or like using scale, like make some stretch and stuff, offset stays the same, so you can have the scrolling frame stretch in size pretty easily instead of having to do some wonky absolute content size stuff that is weird. But anyway, I mistyped something here. In element. Go back down to the code where it has the issue. I think I may have goofed. May have messed up the exit button. Let me go back to the C. Maybe I just didn't position it correctly. No, that's fine. That's shown up correctly. but when I try to use rack, it kind of dies on me. It's activated. Oh, whoops. I mistyped that prop stop activated. Alright, we should be good now. Now you can see what I'm doing for this. But essentially, what I'm going to do is have, like, here, let me show you. Just checking something. 198 is the line I'd air on. Props dot activated. No, it's not. It's just activated. Okay, now we're good. Just like I said last time, it didn't work. Anyway, what's going on here? Why is it doing this? This is air applying props. Source. Where do you see source? Exit to read button. Let me remove this, comment this out. I don't know why it's not working all of a sudden. Okay, maybe you can, no. What going on here? This is frustrating. Where do you see source? Source. I don't know why it's doing this. This is awful. I know I'm gonna hate it. Oh. Element from template. I gotta look in here, look in the code. Element from template. Source. $537. So, I'm trying to work on just a side project, for a friend of mine. I'm trying to solve a bug right now. So Nick, you could tell Nick to come in here. You guys told him he was uninterested. He's like, why? But like, he's not that interested. But source is not a member frame for him. This error makes no sense. It's just awful. Okay. What if I exit button? I don't know what's different about this versus the other thing, but alright. Invisible. False. inactivated. I don't know why it's doing this. Source is not a valid member frame. Nothing no resyncing can't solve. In this case, it didn't solve it, but oh well. G537. This makes no sense to you? The error doesn't make sense to me either. It's very frustrating. I'm editing. Yeah, this is correct though. Massively complex error statements. But yeah, massively complex error statements. Just classic fract. It's still cool though. I still like it. It's still fun. Well, not fun. It's still super useful. I'm looking for source because it said there's a source thing on one of these tables, but I don't see anything of source. Source. Where do you see source? So it's not printing out the source correctly. We go back up here. Well. Yeah, no. I don't know where it's getting source from, but I mean, theoretically, this never happened before. I don't know what's unique about this case versus everything else, but it's weird that this isn't happening because it never happens with anything else, but it's happening now for some reason. Renderer line. Wait. There's two errors going on actually. String expected got user data. Interesting. I don't know what's going on here. This has never happened before. This is actually wait. I think I have a suspicion. I think I know what's going on here. Actually, I changed my mind. I know exactly what's going on here. So we go expanded. Oh, so yeah. There's an issue. It was an issue with the children. That's what it was. Into the children of this thing. Got children. This was annoying. I can't believe I missed that exit button. I can't believe I missed that. That was super simple. Also, I'm editing in this thing in Hunt Studio. I keep forgetting to change the OBS view so people would actually see the code and not the other thing. But you know. That just happens. But I'm not a streamer, so that's why. Okay. Maybe? Well, okay, so the exit button's there now. Let me change the default icon position. We're gonna change a few things, actually. So let me go back to this. Button info. For the sidebar expanded. Let me change the default icon position to to make it more centered-esque, make it more center-like. 0.2. The icon has to go up more. Okay, 5'3". 5'1". Okay, that's fine-ish. 0.54 or 5. Yeah, so 5'3" and 5'4". That's gonna change the default positions too. 5'3" and 5'4". Okay. So that's gonna look much nicer. Let me move the position of it completely, actually, to be up more. I should use offset for this positioning, but I'm too lazy, so I'm gonna use scale just for this exit button. And we gotta decrease the size so it's not just massive like this one. Anyway. So I got this is the new position. We change that. We add a new button size here. And now if we go back to this, it should be in a much better position if we do that. Well, the icon's better, but the button itself isn't. Hello? Why is it not? Expanded. See what is it? Exit button. Why is the position getting sent to that? What is going on here? Oh, I'm done. I forgot to actually edit in this in the phone version of the game. Because that is more important than any mobile version. Or any PC version. It's not as important. Okay, 0.1. So, copy. Why is the position not staying? It's not staying in its current position. Because when I run it, it changes positions. Button, let's go to E. Okay, what's going on here? Because if I run it, like I said, it goes all the way to the middle again. Why is it doing that? Nothing's setting the exit button's position. Just pin backgrounds and pin stuff and like that, but oof. Not that, I need the sidebars to be put in. Right. Cause okay. Alright, so exit button has to be separate. I'm trying to think about this, cause give me a second. Okay. Yeah, because exit button's a different button entirely, so you'd have to set that. Too bad there's not a save button. What, as in like a data saving thing? That should be automatic. No game should really have a save button unless like it's a single player game, but even that should be automatic. Okay, I know what's going on here, and it's annoying. Okay, yeah. I know what's going on there. I need to set a position for position is equal to props dot position or udim2 dot new. Okay, so I just had to add that, and I go back here. I can then go position is equal to udim2 dot new, and then there we go. So now if we run it again, oh wait, you're not seeing my screen. Dang it. Okay. So, well, it's not worth now. I just made the changes to. Okay, so anyway, if we run it again, the position should be better now, or nothing's gonna work. That's an option too. Position. Oh, I mistyped something. That's on me. Mistyped position. Kind of getting hungry. I gotta eat something. Okay, so there we go. Now if we go to play here and we put this, there we go. So it semi-works, just doesn't put this thing away. But that can be fixed by just going, we just say expanded open dot value is equal to false. Why don't you expand it open again? Okay, yeah, for the thing. Though if you have more button ideas, like stuff to add, because I'm gonna have an expand, because right now there's only 3 extra buttons, and probably 4 or 5 is probably a good sweet spot. And I can't think of anything else. I got settings, badges, pets, buying stuff, like buying money. Can't think of anything else. Teleporting back to the spawn selling location. Okay, that was a copyrighted song for a second. I had a heart attack. Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully this works. This is obviously not my main job. This is a side project. I'm not doing this for a living. This is, in fact, if I got to work on my actual game tonight that I get paid for. But this was just kind of a fun thing. There we go. Now we're working. So we got our mobile system set up with different buttons to use the same animation. And expand right here, which is meant to expand the buttons. I think I need a better icon for that though, like a plus, because right here this looks like it expands outward, which it doesn't. I'll probably switch that out with the plus icon, where it opens up here and we got the different buttons for like selling spot, settings, leaderboards, or your own stats. And over here we got the home button, which if you click it, it takes it and makes it the home thing. Though I'm debating if it's worth it, because, so yeah, say I make settings over here, and settings that isn't on my home screen. Why is expand like that? Expand should always be number 1. Hold on, I gotta fix that. But if all of the buttons should be there instead. Okay, yeah, I'll just do... Why does it expand like that? It's the layered order is negative, isn't it? Start order. Okay, so I gotta change some stuff real quick. Back to 2. I gotta go to the active stuff. Start corner has to be bottom right, and then sort order has to be equal to layout order. And then I'll modify the expanding thing that expands to have all the buttons instead of just the main one. Because that's would make sense why I have to expand it on the plus. Yeah, that would make sense. So I might just switch that up and go go. I'll modify this a little bit. Local expanded. You could say expanded children. Expanded children table is going to be all of these. Huh. Yeah, I'll do that. And then for the expanded children, button pin visible is equal to true. So if table dot find this it's not equal to no. So now we should be fine. It should have all the buttons on the home page instead of just the main one. So we go back to this. Should be good to go. I might end the stream at like 8-ish. Probably, by the way. There we go. So we got all the buttons. If we do this. Now everything's breaking. Okay, I messed up a lot of stuff. And I don't want to fix that right now. So I might just go back to what it was. Actually, no. I think that wasn't a issue. Okay, no, we're good now. Never mind. I think. Yeah. So we're good. I just gotta make this go away once you click it so they don't set it multiple times for some reason. And if we go this, that's there. So, wait. No, it's still broken. Print. Something's not right here. Something's being false, true. Button name. Here we go. Stats, it should be invisible, so that's true. It should go away, and then... So it should be true. Oh, it's not affecting it, though. Props.pin visible. Forgot to do that. What? Why is it not updating? Alright. Test. I give up. This is too much. I can go back to what it was before. I like that idea better. Actually, this can stay. But the other one... This can go back to what it was. Of just this stuff. And I'll deal with the other thing tomorrow, where it doesn't update this correctly. Because if I go like this, I go like this. inactive children shouldn't activate, you'd say. Queued active buttons to go hooks. Use state. Set queued active buttons. Let me say set queued active buttons. Set queued active buttons is equal to, what should we set it to? New active table. Now when they hit exit, it's actually gonna do it. Okay, that's looking good. Set active buttons to queued active buttons. Yeah, that's good. We're not. Set queued active buttons as nil. Queued buttons. Boom, boom, boom. What the heck? Why is it not doing this? Print. Settings and coins. Pets. Pets badges. Huh, interesting. It's printing pet badges and stuff for the stats. Oh, I see, because overriding the table. Trying to think of a good way to go about this. This is frustrating. Dare I say annoying. So anytime they hit it, hit it, we could override it with Q buttons or active buttons, we could say. If table.find Q buttons button name already queued up, then we do it. This has to be an empty table. I'm dumb. There we go. Now we should be fine. So this is 5 people watching, but I don't know if that's possible. Alright, interesting. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Okay. I give up, this is too much. I'm gonna finish this later. See you next live.